Hello, everyone. This is Devastating Gaming. This includes me, Thomas, and my friend here.
David.
And today we'll be to do something a little bit different than the typical Pixelmon videos. We will be playing one of my favorite games, Portal, for PC.
Yes, Portal's a very good game.
You've never played it.
Well, I've played the second one, so it's very good.
So we start here in the aperture science relaxation vault or whatever this is called, and GLaDOS gives us the rundown that we will be a test subject doing various deadly puzzles for the Aperture Science Corporation.
It seems very I guess anticlimactic. Like the other one had like so much action going on in it. Like the room was shaking and stuff. Like you just kind of just walked out the door this time.
Well, true, but I mean, this game was meant as like a little bonus for people who bought the orange box. Like they seriously didn't expect this to be successful at all. It just so happened to be. So I mean, we finished our first test there. I mean, it was very basic. Put cube on button.
Yeah, I remember
Um,
those days.
those are really the hardest tests you'll run across in this game. Um, Now, David, do you recognize this room?
Is this the starting room Portal 2?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a little less run down,
Yeah, it's
obviously,
very.
but Portal 2 basically takes the first, I want to say, 5 test chambers from this game and just kind of copies and pastes them into the beginning.
I don't know if I'd be calling that lazy or just maybe people who didn't play the first Portal game. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Um,
I thought it was pretty good.
Portal 2 is very good, and so is this one, to be fair.
I still need to play it. So do you not get a gun yet?
Actually, we get the blue portal gun in this room. However, GLaDOS is gonna lecture us on,
Like how to use one?
what a portal is in this room. And so now here we have the blue portal gun.
That's really weird. It's just blue.
Well, remember you get this briefly in the second game at the beginning, actually.
You? I remember always having one with two.
Yeah, you only have it for 5 minutes, maybe. I want to say you have it for a very short time.
What's the function of it? I mean, if the point is like for the whole game to be made up of two portals, then why would they even give you just one? I feel like that's just kind of pointless.
Well, I feel like in the very early stages of this game, they figured people didn't know about like how the portal system would work. So I mean they kind of do the orange portals for you, which I mean kind of makes sense.
So did you like know what to do when you played this game, or you just kind of like trying to refresh?
Actually,
I know this is
weirdly
easy,
enough,
but
the first time I played this game was on the PS3. I bought the physical version of the orange box. I got about like 30 minutes into it and just like gave up because I had no idea how to finish one puzzle. I'll point it out later when we get to it. I mean, it seems really easy now.
I bet it was totally.
I was racking my
I
brain.
bet it was totally like level 5 or something. It's okay. In Portal 2, I get like lost in old aperture because like the portable surfaces are just like so hard to find.
This game also has
Old aperture?
well, I guess not old aperture, but it has like a behind the scenes section as well. I would actually say the behind the scenes section of this game is probably the hardest single player part of the series.
Huh. This is that was very interesting. I love how you missed.
Shut up. Later on, there's this section where you have to vault yourself up by continually placing portals. I was in that room for a good 5 minutes. I edited around it, but it was kind of embarrassing.
The elevators look different.
The elevators are a lot different, actually.
Like they're actually like
I don't-
look like elevators.
Soon you'll actually see that lasers are way different in this game too.
So there's still gonna be turrets in this game.
Very briefly, I think there are only 2 test chambers that use turrets.
That's kind of weird because they're kind of like integral to like a lot of the complicated moments later on in Portal 2.
Yeah, and from what I can remember, there's not there are a lot less like building blocks that are used to design the levels in this one as compared to Portal 2. Like for example, there's no like redirecting lasers or like hard light surfaces or
Oh, hard light surfaces are the best.
yeah, and but I mean it does the best with its very small budget.
What was the budget for it?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what the budget was, but it definitely feels a lot lower budget than
Portal 2.
anything else that was in the orange box. I mean, you had like Half-Life 2 and its 2 episodes. Those are full AAA titles, and you know, Team Fortress 2.
Oh yeah, my fave.
And Portal. So I mean, it feels this one's definitely the odd man out, but it turns out this one was, I guess, the biggest hit in the end.
Huh. Well, I mean, I think Portal is just the concept of Portal is very interesting.
I agree, actually.
I'm confused what you're doing here with this portal. Do you have a double portal gun yet, or?
No, I don't get that. I mean, probably I might not get it until part 2, actually.
So what is this thing bouncing around? I didn't ask you about it earlier.
See, this is what replaces lasers in this game.
Oh, huh.
You try and guide the like killing ball
Into like a
plasma
socket.
ball, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to stick it in the socket, and that either, you know, opens a door, causes a scaffold to move, or, you know, basically whatever putting a laser in its laser socket in Portal 2 would do.
It seems like more complicated than a laser would be.
Well, I prefer the lasers, actually. Partially...
You can jump over them?
You can jump over them, you can redirect them, and also you don't have to wait for it at all. Like, the lasers are instantaneous. Whereas this thing, you kind of have to wait for it to slowly move along.
Yeah, even though we're only on Portal 1 to play through, I'm really hoping that we do a sequel to this.
Oh, we definitely will. Get that Atlas and Peabody action.
Yeah, I really wanna, I would totally record Portal 2 too, but I just don't have that time.
Well, I do have that time because I'm a lazy asshole. So... we'll be doing it soon enough.
Ceiling portals, that's very interesting.
Ceiling portals?
Yeah, you just dropped from the ceiling, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that whole room was white.
I mean, you do that all over the place in both Portal games.
Yeah, I know, but I just feel like a lot, like pretty much every spot in that whole chamber was like you put a portal there.
Actually, yeah, that's one of the main design differences between this one and the sequel, is that, like,
You're so limited.
if you've noticed, there are white surfaces like nearly everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Whereas in Portal 2, I mean, they basically only put white surfaces where you need them. Which, in a way, makes the game easier.
Huh. Yeah, it does. I mean, it gives you kind of a defined area, but you don't, I guess, think as much as you... I mean, there's probably not infinite, but many different possibilities when you have kind of where you can place it wherever you want.
Yeah. I feel like people tend to say that like Portal 2 dumbed down the difficulty
Oh no,
significantly,
no,
but
no, no, I disagree.
I actually also disagree. I don't think this game is very difficult,
From what
honestly.
I've seen in this 10 minutes, I don't know how many levels I haven't been counting, but it looks fairly easy, and it looks like you're running through each one.
Keep in mind, I've played this game like 10 times.
Yeah, you're averaging like a stage a minute, a little bit over maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
How many levels are there
So,
in this original version of Portal?
as far as test chambers go, there are 19.
Huh.
But if I remember correctly, Portal 2 has like 22, and then it just like keeps going for like another 4 hours.
Yeah, Portal 2. I do like all the story and stuff, like going outside chambers. I think that's fun. And you do have to think. Like the best part about Portal 2 is that you have your plasma bridges and your gel. Is gel in this game?
Gel is not in this game,
Oh,
actually.
so
That's also introduced in Portal 2.
yeah, gel and bridges was the weirdest thing I think for me. That was rather interesting how you can like put gel onto bridges.
And definitely there were a lot of creative sections, especially in the co-op of Portal 2, where you had to combine the use of like the bouncy gel with the hard light bridges to make like bouncy walls. It was very interesting.
Yeah, I think easily. I don't want to get off tangent here talking about Portal 2, but I think Portal 2 easily the hardest level was the one where you have just white gel and you're trying to make portals out of a black box. Like I think that was. I mean, it could have been simple for many people, but I think for me that was just stumped me so bad. I literally had white spots everywhere, and I didn't know where to put a portal anywhere. It's terrible.
So, yeah, I feel like the hardest levels in Portal 2 were the ones that involved the gel.
I know, but I feel like those were also the most fun, and it also stumped me a lot when like you had to put gel leading up into a wall and then run through the wall. Yeah, that stumped me a lot. Like to get across like crushers and stuff really fast. But
I'm gonna have to cut you off right there because the part's about to end. However, we will be continuing next part.